Welcome to the weekly Helm Developer Call. It is February 4th, 2021. We'll start things off today with some announcements. Josh, I'm looking at you.
Yes, so not yet, but it is in progress because the Docker build takes about 40 minutes. But Chart Museum 0.13 should go out today. And in this release, it's following all of the Helm release stuff. So you can get it from get.helm.sh. And there's an installer script that's copied. The release notes will look the same. The GPG signatures will all work the same. So that should be within the hour.
Awesome, thank you. And I see Adam has joined us. Adam, I will pass the metaphorical hat to you. You're already wearing an awesome hat. And we just got started with the announcement from Josh. Josh, you were also saying Docker image is available in the GitHub container registry. So.
Yep.
Sorry for being tardy. Had a little family issue, but it's all resolved. So let's see, going to discussion. First up, we have canceling patch release of February 10th.
Question mark.
Mark.
So I'm not sure who's going to take care of the builds for the next time. Farina's not here right now. The policy that we had discussed very, very recently was that if a patch release falls within 4 weeks, it from a minor release, it deserves to be canceled. And now it would be exactly to the day 4 weeks. So I just wanted to bring up, for whoever is going to think, oh, I should be doing a release, should it be canceled or not? I think the policy says within 4 weeks, so technically it should be canceled, but I'm putting it out there.
The security team is scheduled to do a release today, a patch release today, so it would make sense to cancel the scheduled release and just say we got a security release out and then, the minor release within a reasonable window of there. So I would be okay with that.
So that would be a 3.5.2, the security release?
Yes.
Farina did a 3.5.1 with the Go 15.7.
Yeah,
security
that
fix.
was the rebuild of the binary. So we'll have one more come out.
Does that a security release like that, does it bring in new code? Do we do picks or not?
Yeah, it'll have some merges of new code.
Okay.
That's is about as much as I can say. It will not be just a binary rewrite like last time. It'll bring in some updates from upstream libraries and some code changes for our code base.
But I'm asking from a community perspective, if somebody contributed some code and is hoping to get it in a patch release, they're not going to get it.
It had to do with the security. The security release will only have the security changes in it.
Okay.
So that does mean that any of the patches that would have gone in 3.5.2 will get bumped effectively into 3.6.
Well, 3.5.3 in a month.
Or 3.5.3 in a month if people really want to get them in.
Yeah, if there's any features, that would be 3.5.6.
No, I'm talking about needs picks.
Yeah, so you're right. Then it would be 3.5.3.
3.5.3 in next month. Okay. So I guess we can put down in the notes that the release will be the one in February will be canceled. The patch release will be canceled, and the next one will be in March. Thank you.
Okay, and then also Mark, HIP for distributed pick process.
Yeah, so in 3 weeks ago, I think in the Helm developer call, Farina brought up a discussion we've had about, I don't want to say improving, but potentially changing the what I call the needs pick process. So I wanted to just attract your attention to the fact that I posted the HIP, and if approved, it would impact all the maintainers. So it's something that you might be interested in looking at. That's it.
Okay, yeah, I can help take a look at that. I wrote a lot of the original process, so. And then if anybody else wants to jump in, feel free. And then Bridget with a recent circle CI failures.
Yeah, I noticed that some of the recent Circle CI failures appeared to be intermittent failures and were not able to be reproduced, and just pushing a new unrelated commit and letting it rerun would fix them. And I'm kind of wondering, is this, I know we've talked before about upgrades and improvements to the build process, and is this enough of an issue that we need to think about that again? I'm just kind of curious if this is something we should start looking at.
It is, and while working on that is how one of the security issues was found, so that will be fixed today.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. That answers that particular concern.
And then also Bridget, chart releaser action docs update.
I will fully admit that I just added this one because I saw Scott Rigby joined, and I know he had been looking at it, and I'm wondering if he can give us an update as to whether or not we can merge that particular docs update, or if there is further work that's needed. Scott, you appear to be, you're not muted, but your mic is not working. We cannot hear you. Because computers.
And he has pointed up or told us 1 second.
He says circle back to him. All right, we have another topic coming in from Shubik right now. So,
all right.
We had, yeah, go ahead.
Live discussion items are being added. So let's see, creating a 4.0 milestone.
Yeah, I just added that. I was wondering, we had a discussion 2 weeks ago about the 4.0 release. I'd like to mention that I personally think it should be delayed as long as possible. We shouldn't be looking for breaking changes, but I think it might be interesting for the community to have a milestone so that we can start tracking, okay, what's pending, what's interesting in a 4.0 release. But that's just, an idea.
For 3.0, we tracked 3.0
hello.
year before opening up development on 3. So I think it would be a good idea.
I'm sorry, so somebody spoke. I didn't hear what you said. You said it. For 3.0, you.
Sorry, yeah, for 3.0, we opened the milestone over a year prior to when we actually started development. So I wouldn't mind doing that again. It was really nice because when we started development, we already had a huge list of things that we knew we needed to change.
Okay, great.
We already have a label. So do we just move all the items from the label into a milestone? Or I'm trying to understand the difference between having a label for 4.0 and then a milestone from a practical upshot.
I admit I didn't know there was a label. So maybe we can already track that stuff anyway. But the milestone, I don't know, you could click on it and you could see the content and what's but it's another way of, so I don't know if it's redundant, we could wait, I don't know. But
yeah, I don't want to get too into semantics, but normally when we assign stuff to a milestone, that's when we have committed that we are going to implement it. It could be a special circumstance milestone as just like a tracking one, but that kind of breaks our usual process. So I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that.
Well, personally, if there is a way to track it, I wasn't aware of it, the 4.0 label, I guess that's enough. I don't know if Butcher, you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think Adam's probably right. It feels like once you put it on a milestone, you've committed to actually doing it, and we can't really commit to doing it on 4.0 until we've designed 4.0. So I think Adam's right.
Okay, so great. Thank you.
All right, and it sounds like we have some audio from Scott.
That was me interrupting accidentally while testing the mic. So good thing it works, but sorry about that. Okay, cool. So Bridget, thanks for pinging me. about that earlier. I'm going to, I've been meaning to get back to it. I just had kind of a a weird week, but or several, I suppose. Yeah, it's not quite ready, I don't think. For one thing, my comment about it being out of date very quickly is already totally the case. It's not just the version. It's you know, the action has actually been updated entirely. So to be more robust, but also that means some of the steps are different. So I'll go ahead and just, I think in general it's fine except for that. I'll go ahead and leave suggestions on what to fix. That person can commit them if he wants as is, and then we can just be good to go and iterate.
Great, thanks, Scott.
Mhm.
And then looks like we have more live discussion items being added. So we have hide secrets.
Yep.
Discuss the state of PR.
Quickly walk through that. So there's a PR on having a hide secrets global flag. I tested it out, I think as per the last meeting that somebody had to try it out. I gave it a try, it works. My only nitpick there is that it doesn't work for Helm template. It works for Helm install, or probably things on those lines. The author is okay to go ahead and make it work for Helm template, but of course there's a different code path internally to do that. So the author needs some feedback on it. My opinion there is, if it's there for Helm install, it should be there for Helm template as well, especially because it's a global flag. So if I'm doing a Helm template help, I see the option and I would want to expect it to work. So that's my opinion. And I wanted to check this group before I go back and respond to the PR.
Yeah, and I think it's probably important because some people use Helm template to generate YAML to install directly.
Right.
So we want, especially a
Got it.
feature like that.
Thank you. I can go and continue the conversation in the PR. That's it from my side.
Yeah, great, thanks. And then a quick update on planning the Contributors Summit. Over to you, Butcher.
Yeah, so one of the things we've been trying to do this year is provide a summit oriented around two different sets of needs from two different groups of people. First of all, the ones who are coming in and learning about how to file issues and get involved in the Helm community for their first time, and the other group being the people who are interested in going from casual contributors to a more formal role like core maintainers. So we've been working on trying to put together a curriculum for a summit to meet kind of those two needs. So Bridget and I and Karen, who's our community manager, we got together and have started to flesh out how this would look and what the curriculum would be like. So our next step for that is to chat with CNCF about the hosting and timing of that, which I think we have 2 different meetings with them for 2 different groups of people to take that on. So if you are a core maintainer and interested in helping, write the curriculum, teach that would be great. If you are interested in one or the other of those 2 different kind of personas we're targeting, this is going to be awesome. I'm really excited. First time we've tried it, and it's I'm very eager to see how this plays out. So if you want to be involved in any way in that, just kind of let Bridget, Karen, or I know. In that order. Bridget first, Karen second, me last. But I'm really excited about it. This is the first time we've done something like this, and I think it will really help, first of all, the people who are newcomers to the community who feel uncomfortable when they're opening that first issue. And second, we've done our method of gaining core maintainers has been a little ad hoc over the last few years, which is common for open source projects. But I think it's time that we could actually formalize the educational part of it and then make it a lot easier for people to really dive in and get going in that role. So that's pretty exciting to me. So the next update that Bridget or I gives on this will hopefully be the concrete date and time and overview of what the agenda will look like. And that'll probably still be a couple weeks out. Anything you want to add to that, Bridget?
Yep, that's all good. And even if you are thinking to yourself, well, I'm kind of new, but I also want to care and participate, please come to it, because if you find that it's too easy for you, that means you can help other people. Otherwise, you can learn stuff. Open to everyone.
Awesome. Sounds like a great time. See, that's all we have on discussion. We need some tributes for issue triage, as well as notes for next week. I'm looking at you.
I can do some issue triage.
Anyone for notes?
I am happy to do notes.
And looks like
I'm sorry,
we,
a quick thing. I wanted to
Hmm?
quickly thank Mark and Bridget for putting that together. I think we had discussed that a while back about the contributor thing, but so happy that you folks are picking this up.
We hope to see you there.
awesome. And that's all the discussion topics. So it looks like we've finished early this week. So enjoy your 15 minutes and get some coffee, and we'll see you all next week.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good to see everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.